In this lesson we are gonna to learn a new solid which is called cube. Its name is cube. We can find cube around us. Look at this dice. This dice it's like a cube, okay? If you go to the market you will find sugar. It's like a cube, okay? And look at this box. This box it's also like a cube. What else? Yes, open your fridge and you are gonna to find cubes of ice. Cubes of ice. And look at this present. This present it's like a cube. Cube around us. Okay? Now let's know the properties of the cube. Okay, if I want to count how many faces to the cube, okay, if you count the faces of the cube you will find them 6 faces. 6 faces. The cube has 6 faces. And if I want to find how many edges for the cube, let's count how many edges for the cube. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The cube has 12 edges. 12 edges. Okay. How many corners for the cube? Okay, this part is called corner. How many corners for the cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cube has 8 corners. Okay. The last thing I want to tell you about the cube that the cube has 6 faces. All its faces is it's like a square, okay? And we can say face or base. It's the same, okay? Now we are gonna to learn the second solid and its name is cuboid. Its name is what? Cuboid, okay? Where we find cuboid? In what we can find cuboid? Look at this book. The book is like a cuboid, okay? Also look at this. What is this? Matchbox. Yeah, matchbox is like a cuboid, okay? Look at the tissue box. It's like a cuboid, okay? And the last one, the sponge. Look at this sponge. It's like a cuboid. You can find cuboid in anything around you. Search and you will find cuboids around us. Okay, now let's know what is the properties of cuboid. At first, the cuboid has how many faces? The cuboid has 6 faces, okay? The second thing, the cuboid has how many edges? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The cuboid has 12 edges, okay? The third thing, the cuboid has how many corners? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cuboid has 8 corners. And the last thing I want to tell you that all the faces of the cuboid is like a rectangle. Good. Okay, let's see a new solid which is sphere. Okay. Sphere like what? Sphere in the balls. All the balls, it's like a spheres. Okay? And the earth, it's like a sphere. Okay? And also the orange like a sphere, the apples like a sphere, the eggs like a sphere. Okay? And all the balls like a spheres. Okay? Okay, now let's know the properties of the sphere. What is the properties of the sphere? Okay, the face is a sphere, has a face. It has no face, but we can say that it has a one curved face. It has a one curved face. Okay, is it has any edges? No edges. Okay, corners, is it has any corners? No corners. Okay, no corners. Okay, let's see another solid which is slender. Okay, slender around us in what? Okay, look at all these cans, it's like a slender. Okay, and can of Coca-Cola, it's like a slender. And also these cans Pringles, it's like a slender. And the log of the tree, it's like a slender. And this candle, it's like a slender also. Okay, okay, let's know what is the properties of the slender. At first, the slender has how many faces? It has one curved face. And how many edges? No edges. And how many corners? No corners. How many bases for the cylinder? It has two circular flat faces, or we can say that two circular flat bases. Okay, okay, now let's know a new solid which is cone. Which is cone. Okay, let's see cone in what around us. Yes, it's in ice cream. All ice creams, it's like a cones. Okay, and look at this tower, it's like a cone. Okay, and in birthday parties we celebrate by using these cones. Okay, and also we can find it in the ice creams. Okay, okay, now let's know what is the properties of the cone. Okay, at first, the cone has how many faces? It has no faces. No faces. Okay, edges, how many edges for the cone? No edges. No edges. Okay, how many corners for the cone? No corners. No corners. Okay, how many bases for the cone? It has one circular flat base. One circular flat base. And we said the point at the top of the cone, it's a pointy top. A pointy top. The last solid here is a square pyramid. Square pyramid. And the square pyramid, like what? Like what square pyramid? Like the pyramids of Egypt. Okay, and Eiffel Tower, it's like a square pyramid. And this pyramid, it's also like a square pyramid. And these toys, all of it, it's like a square pyramid. Okay, okay, now let's know the properties of the square pyramid. At first, the square pyramid has how many corners? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 corners. Okay, and it has one squared base. One squared base. And let's count, it has how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has 8 edges. Okay? Choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. The solid that has all faces as a rectangle is what? Which solid all its faces it's like a rectangle? Yes, it's a cuboid. Tell me, number 2. The solid that has all its faces it's like a square. Yes, it's a cube. The third question, which is how many vertices are there in a sphere? Yes, how many corners or vertices? Yes, it's 0 vertices. Okay?
I'm a 3D shape expert. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. A baseball, the moon, and an orange I have right here are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a sphere. A basketball, the earth, and marbles I have here are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a sphere. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. A soda can, a pencil shaft, and a can of soup would be examples of a cylinder, as you can plainly see. A marker, a glass of milk, and a peanut butter jar are all examples of a cylinder. Yes, I'm sure they are. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. An ice cube, a cardboard box, and a Christmas present for you are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cube. My little dice, a Rubik's Cube, and a block that I use are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cube. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. An ice cream cone, a pencil tip, and a megaphone are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cone. A birthday hat, a nail, or a funnel in my home are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cone. Here are the 3D shapes